What's going on, everybody? It's your pal Burrito Johnson coming at you with a quick, hopefully quick, video game review of Dragon Age Inquisition. Yes, I know the game has been out for 4-ish months now, almost 5, but I'm finally getting around to doing a video game review for Unleash the Robots. And I'm going to try to get right to the point. I'm going to try to be as honest as I can for this review. Let's start off let's start off right away. I am a big fan of Dragon Age. Been a big fan of Dragon Age Origins. Not so much with Dragon Age 2. I was hoping, whatever next Dragon Age is, they waited a good 3 years. Isn't too bad. I was hoping for the next Dragon Age would be everything Dragon Age 2 wasn't. It wasn't a horrible game. It's just, for being such an open world fantasy like the Dragon Age Origins, I felt a little condensed and kind of more a little linear with Dragon Age 2. They changed that in Dragon Age Inquisition, and BioWare does know how to do some good storytelling. Right off the bat, I don't want to give away too much of the story, but you're basically thrown into the action, and you're the main guy who's trying to close his rift with the special power that he has in his hands, and that's basically the whole story. The story isn't too good. I mean, it's not the best story or ever told or anything, but it's good. It's decent. What you're gonna be sinking most of your time in. Prime example, I sunk about 57 hours into my first playthrough, and that was me exploring exploring as much as I could. I could easily sunk in another 100 hours if I wanted to, but I knew at that time that I think it was time for me to, probably end. I reached the point where I think I could just finish, and I'm powerful enough to face the final boss. There is, like I said, I put in 57 hours, and there was still a shit ton of content I didn't even explore. The good thing about this game is that when you finish the final part of the story, you're thrown right back into the world, just kind of like Skyrim. The only difference is, and I don't remember if Skyrim's like this, is that a lot of quests, some of the quests will be unavailable anymore. Like if you haven't completed the companion quests and some of the story quests, it will become unavailable, and you'll just be able to just kind of go exploring and just do random side quests, and that's basically it. I don't want to run too much. A lot of characters from previous Dragon Age come back. Obviously, the most obvious one is Varric. I didn't have him in my group this first main playthrough. I have him in my second playthrough. As a lot of you know, Dragon Age likes to kind of make you choose sides. Prime example, I don't remember in Dragon Age 2, but I know Dragon Age Origins, they made you choose between mages and Templar, and they do this again here. Big wars going on. You have to, choose who to side. This first playthrough that I sunk almost 60 hours into, I chose the mages, and it was okay. It was a fun ride. I was satisfied from what I got with the mages. My second playthrough that I'm currently on, which I chose I'm going to do a little bit of something different here. When I went through my I did 57 hours with a dual wielding rogue chick. And this time around, I'm a mage, and I'm gonna side with the Templars. So I'm kind of curious to see how that plays out. And I've done the first main part of the Templars, where you have to, when you first choose them and you go through their the trial or whatever. And I think the Templar version, it's a lot better than the mages version. But then again, I haven't played a lot past that. After choosing the Templar, you're gonna run into a bunch of characters, and they're kind of hard to miss. Some of them, they're gonna be kind of like, they're gonna come to you, or they're gonna be like, "Hey, you probably should go talk to this guy," and then you join him. Probably one of my favorite characters is Blackwall, who later turned out to be not my favorite character because he was a kind of a I don't know. I don't want to ruin too much. It's a lot going on in this game. You could easily sink in 150 to 200 hours by doing everything. You know, collecting herbs, crafting, doing a lot of the just the side quest, and you know, Hitherlands alone. You could spend. I think I spent 13 hours my first time there, and you know, it's I don't know. The developers, when the developer of the game tells you, you know, after, you know, just do a couple of quests in Hitherlands and move on. You know, there's a huge open world besides the Hitherlands. Once I heard that from BioWare, I left, and I didn't look back. Obviously, I came back to the Hitherlands when I needed to, whether it be a story base, to get a character, to kind of, or to get some power points, which is a lot of you know, power points is what this game kind of relies on to open up new areas. You need power points which you acquire by closing rifts, doing missions, recruiting agents to your cause, and yeah. So and you can't really advance until there's some points during the game where it require like 20 power points, sometimes 40, I think, towards the end. And let's talk about dragons. I know this game is called Dragon Age, and surely there's a shit ton of dragons in this game. No, there isn't. You're going to see... I saw, I think, one within 10 hours into the game, and I think I saw my second one maybe 20 hours into the game. There's a mission, I forgot what area, where it actually, there's a quest that it sends you to kind of, you have to kill like 3 boss dragons that are kind of taking over the area, and I was able to take down one, and that was a pain. It took me 20 minutes to take down this one dragon, and it was insane, but it was tons of fun. Does it get old after a while? In a way, it does. Don't play hours at a time, because you will get burned out. There was points during this 57-hour journey that I kind of started feeling like, all right, this is becoming kind of a bore. It's becoming a task. It started reminding me of Kingdoms of Amalur a little bit, where Kingdoms of Amalur it's almost kind of like this, but just maybe not as vast, or maybe just not as, you know, the graphics aren't great. But Kingdoms of Amalur, you would do a shit ton of things in one area, go to the next area, and basically do the same things that you did in the previous area, just in a new area. This is how I felt that Dragon Age did. You would do a bunch of stuff in one area, and then kind of move on to another area, and it's a different area, yes, a different landscape, but you're basically doing the same thing. You're discovering areas, you're doing quests, you're liberating areas, you know, outposts and stuff like that. And it does become, you do get fatigued, who are like, I don't want to keep doing this. But what I liked about it is that I would only play maybe 2 hours at a time, maybe 2 hours during the morning, and then maybe a couple hours at night, and that was fine. That's why it took me a while to beat this game. I know a lot of people were sinking hundreds of hours within the first, you know, few weeks, and I don't know how people could do that. It's crazy. I don't think I've done something like that since World of Warcraft back in the day, or Skyrim, where that's where I sunk in about 100 hours into it. A lot of people ask me, is this better than Skyrim? In a way, yes. Only because Skyrim is one vast open world. It's a frozen tundra of just different areas. There's tons to do, yes. And technically Skyrim could go on forever with the randomly generated side quests that it gives you. But I tried, as a test, I try to do these endless quests, and they basically send you to this. If you do it enough times, they'll send you like kill a bear in this one location, and then like 2-3 quests later, another bear in a different location. It's basically, it's never ending, but you'll run into the same situation. This one, I don't think it's at never ending. I'm sure there's a point where you'll discover everything. You're like, I'm done with the game. The good thing about this game is that there's different sceneries. It's not held in one open world like Skyrim. You're gonna run into a forest area, a desert area, a jungle area, I think, an oasis, and you're gonna see a lot of places, and it's pretty cool. Now, the ending. I'm not going to give away too much. The bad guy is really not... He's not impressive. He's okay. He's kind of there. You know, and the ending, this is what I don't know, and I'm hoping BioWare, even to this day, isn't good at. They're not good at endings. It's very anticlimactic. I fought dragons harder than this last boss, and that's why it took me a long time to get to the end. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get prepared. This guy's probably hard. Oh my god, you know, I gotta be level 20 or 21. I forgot what level. I think it was like level 20 when I finally got to the end. And he was that person. The end boss was a breeze. It didn't take me that long. It took me maybe 10 minutes total, from first part to the end part when the credits were rolling. And yeah. This game does not have one of the best endings ever. It's very, like I mentioned, you're kind of be let down a little bit, but don't let that kind of distract you from getting this game. There is a lot to do here. It's still a fantastic game. There's still a crap load of content. This is probably the best bang for your buck you're gonna get. I think what's like still 50 something bucks, 60 bucks. That is a great buy. Obviously, if you find it cheaper, snag this game up. It is well worth your investment that you're going to put into this money. You're going to put in 60 bucks, and in return, you're going to get hundreds of hours of content, replayability. I think I've had 10 false starts in this game where I create a character and I start playing, and then I just kind of like, I don't really, this class kind of bores me. I've done that. So it's just, once you finish the game, you're not done. You could come back and, you know, choose, instead of if you didn't choose the mages, go with the mages. If you didn't choose the Templar, you could go with the Templar. See how that goes. Even after that, there's still a bunch of stuff to do because there's still decisions you have to make within the game that changes and alters and stuff like that. So yeah, play this game. If you're uncertain, if you're kind of the person that like wait till it's used and stuff, definitely buy it used. I bought it new, because I knew it was gonna be good. I knew there was gonna be tons of content, which there is. I got the regular edition. I know there's a deluxe edition where it's $10 more, and it comes with like a couple of blades and a couple of mounts, and I didn't think that was worth $10 more, so I don't know if there's a massive difference. So yeah, it's an amazing game, and if obviously it has won many Game of the Years with a lot of awards and a lot of magazine publications and stuff like that. I think it's got like, I think the lowest I've seen it get was like an 8. The highest I've seen it get, I don't think I've seen it get a perfect 10 anywhere, but it's gotten like a 9. But yeah, I hope we don't have to wait too long for the next Dragon Age, and it looks absolutely beautiful. On the current gen, the I got mine for the Xbox One, and I've seen it played on the PS4. I have not noticed any kind of graphical differences in it, but I don't know. I could be biased. I've always been an Xbox fan, so I don't know. Get it for either system. You're going to have a great time. Yeah, so I think that's going to do it for this review. Buy it used. Don't rent it, because this is not a game you're going to be able to, or don't Redbox it. I don't even think they have it on Redbox. This is not a game you're going to be able to finish in a few days. This is a game you're going to need to take at least a month or so to kind of take your time. Don't plow like 8 hours a day into this game like I did. The first time I got this, I sunk in like 4 or 5 hours. And I was like, whoa, you know, so I had to, don't burn yourself out. This is a game that needs to be taken kind of like in chunks, you know, because you will be like, all right. So, all right, so definitely 5 out of 5 or 10 out of 10 or whatever the hell the highest score. We haven't decided, but it's definitely a must buy, must rent, must steal, must borrow from whoever is finished with this game. Snag that up and definitely have yourself a good time. All right, guys, until next time, don't forget to check out our website, unleashtherobots.com, to find other video games reviews, movie reviews, and anything pop culture you're going to find there. And don't forget to check out our podcasts, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/unleashtherobots. And don't forget, we have a Twitch channel now. We're going to be streaming as much as we can. It's, you know, we're having fun, and it's going to be twitch.tv/unleashtherobots. I'm going to see if I can put some links down here or something like that. Alright guys, until next time, keep on playing.